Get your films on with the Blerds.
Once an idea has taken hold of the brain, it's almost impossible to eradicate.
Unpacking movies has never been more spot on, woke, fire, and just plain lit.
They are lit all the time.
So if you're unsure whether or not to plop down some cash for a film, check out the Blerds.
When a man with a 45 meets a man with a rifle, the man with a pistol is a dead man.
Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolyte.
You really only need to hang mean bastards. But mean bastards, you need to hang.
Don't say you weren't warned. Here's Brandon and Jeff.
Hello and welcome to yet another episode of your favorite movie podcast, The Film Blerds. I am Jeff Stewart, aka Uncle Jeffrey, aka J.O.T. Dynamite, Praetorian Jeff, Revengeman Button, He Who Remains, Petty Ruxpin, Jobu Tupaki, Little Tom, this motherfucker, to be determined, a.k.a. Black Giovanna Ribisi, a.k.a. Chocolate Tarantino, a.k.a. Ebony Spielberg, a.k.a. The Final Boss. And I'm joined here, as always, with my friend and co-host.
What's up, you ball bags? It's Brandon Norwood, a.k.a. Hero Protagonist, a.k.a. the true father of Joe, Kanye, and Drake's kids. Batty Boy Drake, y'all Bamba Clot, a.k.a. Papi Chulo, still sticking all the Molly in your woman's butt and eating all your Jello and getting them pregnant. How you like that? A.k.a. the Glizzy King. It's still sloppy. It is still juicy. AKA Mr. Krusty. She told me to walk this way. Make it a little crusty. Told me to walk this way. Want it more crusty. AKA the Lethal Protector. AKA Ezekiel Sims. Bad ADR doesn't match my mouth. AKA Craven with a K, a.k.a. it's Morbin time, a.k.a. my biggest pet peeve is sports because I don't like seeing grown men sweat on each other, a.k.a. I want a Subaru Outback with mad strippers in the back of his shape-ups, a.k.a. the Zooted God, fucking floating off this edible, a.k.a. Rough McGruff, a.k.a. These nuts, a.k.a. B-Wood, the Magnificent.
All right. So,
welcome to our fucking 4th anniversary episode, you bitches. Covering the last major movie of COVID. But I mean, I guess it's not the last major movie because the same day this dropped, Soul dropped. But I mean, I don't got anything else to say about Soul. Soul's a classic.
Yeah, I mean, look, there really is no comparison between Soul and the movie we're about to talk about right now. Wonder Woman
1984. Yeah, the long anticipated sequel to 2017's Wonder Woman, a movie I think everybody was shocked that it was good. Like, I think honestly it's the best film in the Snyderverse.
Yeah, no, I can't. Well, no, Man of Steel.
So for me, the best films in the Snyderverse would be Wonder Woman 1, Suicide Squad, and then Man of Steel. And that is it.
Wait, Suicide Squad or the James Gunn?
The James Gunn one. Not okay. Come on, nigga. Give me more credit.
You gotta
give me more credit. When the fuck would I? Yo, even David Ayer's just like, yeah, that's not my shit.
Release the David Ayer's cut. I want to see.
Ayer still says like, yo, that's not my movie. Like the Joker was supposed to be the bad guy.
It's a music video. Like there's so many needle drops in it. It seems like an infomercial for a soundtrack.
That's what you get when you have the trailer company cut the movie.
Yeah. So anyway, for me it's Man of Steel, Suicide Squad, and begrudgingly, I will say Wonder Woman, just because I was not expecting it to be good at all.
Yeah, it's because of Gal. Yo, listen, Gal Gadot. I'm gonna keep it 100. Like, no offense, baby, but you as an actress is just like,
Well, I'm mad that the world tried to convince us that she was good. Like, she wasn't good in the Fast and the Furious movies where she first appeared, right?
she's
Um,
alright. She is alright. She alright.
I mean, she had to be sexy and said she said like 5 words,
Yeah, she was alright.
right? Um, yeah, I besides Wonder Woman, I don't think I've enjoyed anything Gal Gadot has starred in. I haven't seen that. What was that Netflix movie?
Oh,
Not
Heart of Stone.
Heart of Stone. I still haven't seen that shit.
Yeah. Yo, listen, I don't have Netflix, baby. So, and when I do activate Netflix, I ain't watching that, baby.
Yeah, like so she is not a good actress, right? She's not horrible, but
She alright.
the burn that everyone gave her
She
is
alright.
unwarranted.
Yeah, listen. It works in Wonder Woman 1 because she's playing a naive woman
Mm.
and a fish out of water, and I think that's where I I don't know if what that says about her, but that's what it plays best to her strengths there. But like as a whole, I'm just like, ooh.
So yeah, we talked about this, 2 seasons ago, whatever like that. How many other episodes, and so now we're revisiting it, and I hated this movie when I first saw it, and now on a rewatch, now I just feel sorry for it. I
Uh,
feel bad. I feel bad for this movie.
it makes me on a rewatch, especially like in today's climate. I was like, bro, this is worse than when it came out.
Yeah, like we'll get to the whole entire Egypt thing,
Yeah,
but
bro, and especially Patty Jenkins just doubling down on Twitter
what
during
did
the
she,
whole conflict.
what'd she say?
She took the Israeli side. Like as she's retweeting pictures of the Palestinians getting raped and murdered. I was just like, this is not helping your point, Patty.
Just all right. Some people just shut up.
Yeah,
Just shut up.
yeah. First and foremost, let's start off. This opens with a flashback in Themyscira because that's one of the things everybody loved in the first movie was Themyscira, with their version of Olympic Games, and shot. This whole sequence is in IMAX, and mind you, this did not. This is one of the movies that HBO that put
It's day and date, right?
yeah. Well, no, not even. Well, yeah, it was day and date, but this was one of the movies that also cost Warner Brothers mad money because one, they shoved right on Christmas Day. They shoved this to HBO Max, including the theaters that were open. It was only like 200, 300 theaters that were open at the time because
Mhm.
deadly virus. I don't know if I want to go to a motherfucking theater to see this shit. Um, and because it was day and date, they had to pay everybody out. So the money they would have made if this was a success at the box office, Warner Brothers had to honor that in paying them
Mhm.
up front.
Right. So
So they lost. So this was one of the many movies that cost Warner Brothers mad money.
I mean,
So the opening sequence is shot in IMAX, and it is just even watching the opening sequence, I'm like, bro, there's something missing here. It is just like weak sauce.
it's missing fun, and it's missing any sort of anchor to anything. So while I was rewatching this movie, the thing that kept on going through my mind is this is Superman 3.
Yeah, how goofy it is.
Yeah, this is like big Superman 3 vibes all the way through. And I never put that together my first watching because I was so angry at the fact that it existed. Uh, but yeah, it's so after we get out of Themyscira, there's a whole entire montage in the beginning of Wonder Woman rescuing motherfuckers all throughout DC.
Yeah, so this takes place in the Snyderverse, right? And one of the things in the Snyderverse is people are wary of Superman, despite the fact that Batman has been fucking branding motherfuckers for years, and now this is canon. Uh, if Wonder Woman is running around DC saving people, I don't know how Superman is that much of a surprise to people, especially if this took place in the 80s. Like
Yeah.
she's out here in the mall, like that opening sequence in the mall. If you watch the action from the first one and how fluid and how fucking just hard hitting it is versus this, where it just feels stiff, stilted, and cartoony, and I mean that in not a good way.
Yeah. Like her swinging everywhere.
Yeah,
Like
it's felt stiff. Like it just felt like you're watching a toy. Like at least when she was sliding and doing all types of shit in the first one, that looked like a person doing those moves.
uh it felt like he was trying too hard to be cute and funny, right?
Yeah,
Like so
yeah,
that whole entire like the thing that made for me the first Wonder Woman uh great, right? Like the scene I enjoyed the most was when she goes and she sees the baby, right? And the
yeah. In
way
the
her
first one, right?
and the first one where her eyes light up. It felt like they were trying to recapture that moment throughout this whole entire movie,
Yeah,
right?
because her and the little girl, I was like, damn, this is corny.
That's corny
And
as
the
fuck.
bad guys are making dumbass decisions. Like the dude's just like, yo, let's just walk. He's like, no, we gotta run. And I'm like, fuck, you
Like
gotta run, man.
this bumblebutt motherfucker drops his gun right in the middle of the like. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so this is how we start the movie, right? This is it does not get better from there.
And it makes And then after this whole sequence, it makes it seem like Diana is living a terrible life because she likes to go out and eat alone and she lives alone. I'm like, that is 90% of adults today. Like, we go out to eat alone, we hang out alone, we go see a movie alone. 90% of the population, I didn't even know this because I've never done this by myself, but 90% of the population goes to concerts by themselves too.
Good. Like you don't if you enjoy something, right? You don't need other people to be around you to enjoy it. You don't need to bring an entourage. Like, you know how hard it is to get motherfuckers to agree to what restaurant to go to,
Right.
right? Like, it's just like, I'm just going to go here. If you guys show up, you show up,
And
right?
it makes it so bad. Like the waiter comes over, like, anybody joining you? And it's like, no, just me. And it's this long pause. And I'm like, let her live her life, man. Like a lot of people bring books and they read and they eat a whole meal and
Right.
they enjoy their night out and then they go home and go to sleep.
Right. And like, if Gal Gadot looked like any other regular woman, then yeah, I could see you coming up to him being concerned. But Gal Gadot looking like Gal Gadot, if that chick is alone, that bitch wants to be alone, right? Like,
And it's
like
made and we might as well say this. Like throughout the movie, it's made clear she wants to be left alone because there's a scene at a party where every dude just comes up to her like, you want some dick? Hey, you want some dick? Hey, that dude, I just see you talk to those two dudes. You want some dick?
well, I was gonna bring up Rape Alley.
Oh, we'll get to
Later.
that. Yeah, because that shit is. I'm just like, damn, bro. Like, seriously?
Right.
Same dude. Hey, bitch.
Right, yeah, like that. With the second time we see Kristen Wiig after she gets her powers and she's running, because she can run now, whatever. And all these dudes are just like, "Hey, baby," it's like, "Oh, this." Like, I know men are horrible, but not this horrible this late at night.
I will say this as a male who walks through New York City and sees hot women all the time. I know not to say anything or not to approach them because that's the last thing they want. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. I mean, so you could chalk it up to being the '80s, but this is just so cartoonish.
Yes. It feels like it's written by like a lesbian on what they think what happens to hot women. Like, a butch lesbian's like, Oh, a hot woman, she goes to a party and everybody wants to fuck her. Oh, a hot woman goes for a jog at night. Same dude tries to rape her 2 different times. And it's just like, God damn, bro.
And, like there's, and I get the subtext. I get what they were trying to say. It was just done really badly. And the fact that Patty Jenkins is a woman and she put this shit out, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you had an opportunity to, to do something that was, better and not, it felt like this was a man directing what what he thought a woman would direct.
Yeah, I mean, it clashes with the first one because the first one, when they tried to make Diana ugly, I remember Steve's assistants like, yeah, she's still the prettiest woman in the world,
Right.
and in this one, when fucking Kristen Wiig shows up and she's looking quote unquote frumpy, I was just like, no. And then all of a sudden, she takes off her glasses, takes off the long skirt, and has a leotard under, and all of a sudden she's hot, and I'm just
Right.
like, what are we doing? This is insane. This is clearly insane. I was just like, no.
The shorthand, right? When she's like, oh, she took off the glasses, now she's hot. It's like, fucking come on. Ugly Kristen Wiig in here is still a fucking Pennsylvania 8. Right?
You guys gotta be out of your fucking minds here, bro. Like, you know how many women dress like Kristen Wiig nowadays in this movie, and they still are just like getting hit on left and right. Because you know why? Still hot.
If you want to convince me that Kristen Wiig was ugly in this movie, you need to do a Charlize Theron for Monster.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Then, when the change happens, and we'll get into the main villain, or
I think what makes it worse is the glasses that she wears. I see men and women everywhere wearing those type of glasses, and they're still fucking hot.
She literally just took off her glasses
and straightened her hair,
and then she's hot. Right? It's like, okay, this is where we are. Okay, and people always complain like, oh, how come you can't tell, Clark Kent and Superman? It's just the glasses.
Well, it's the personality too. Like, that man, he is bumbling, especially in this new Superman movie that's coming out. Like, he looks like a mess. Like, if you see his hair, I'm just like, dude, please, like, comb your hair. God damn.
I love the one set still of Clark Kent where he's looking behind him. So he's at the desk, he's looking behind, and he's got this bewildered, almost angry face on, and I was like, that's Clark Kent. That motherfucker, that's Clark Kent.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Like, that's the one thing about Man of Steel is like, yo, Henry Cavill's so big and so chiseled, like you would be able to pick him out, and he wasn't bumbling either. So that's why it was weird when Perry was like, Lois, you're dating this fucking nerd. I'm just like, there ain't really nothing nerdy about this dude.
Right? Like, he looks like he could bench press a Civic. Right?
Like they made Perry an asshole in that for no reason.
Because they were trying to capture that J. Jonah Jameson energy. And it was like, it worked for Spider-Man. I was like, it's not the same property.
Yeah, but
character.
Listen, big difference between Peter Parker and Spider-Man. Like, Peter Parker is so unassuming. If I saw Tobey Maguire walking down the street and he was Peter Parker, I'd just be like, yeah, it's just some dude.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I see Henry Cavill doing the same thing, I'd be like, bro, why are you trying to be like, make yourself look ordinary?
It's like, are you trying to be ironic?
Yeah, like, or maybe I'm just like, oh, you work in an office job.
Right. Yeah.
There's no way that I would think Tobey Maguire walking down the street is Peter Parker, whereas if Superman existed, I'd be like,
oh yeah, that's Superman.
Yeah, like, yo, you trying a little too hard, my dude.
Right. So anyway, back to this fucking mess. So I guess do we talk about the fucking dinosaur tooth, magic dinosaur tooth looking?
So, the MacGuffin in this is a monkey's paw. Monkey's paw grants wishes, but comes with strings attached, like any monkey's paw, and it is stupid. I don't even know how to talk about this because eventually Pedro Pascal becomes the monkey paw itself, which don't make no fucking sense.
And I was watching it and I was like, why would you become the fucking wish crystal?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
what? That seems dumb. So
yes.
right, like, and it all of this is for an oil scheme, right? All of this is just to like be the world's an oil billionaire or whatever like that, and that's where this whole entire fucking Superman 3 shit comes in. Because wasn't that the fucking thing in Superman 3? There were oil or silicon or some shit like
I
that.
can't remember. I just remember it was another nerdy villain because that's the thing with Pedro Pascal. He was a herb who became he used his charisma to get ahead, and it's just like all right,
Yeah,
man. It's Richard Pryor all over again.
right, but not nearly as funny. I felt bad for Pedro.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Yes.
watching it this time, knowing the caliber actor he is now, I'm just like, yeah, what a waste.
Yeah.
And it's not like Maxwell Lord is like a minor villain. Like he's a major villain. And just to see him like used and wasted like this, I'm just like, damn, like fingers crossed James Gunn does him justice because Maxwell Lord will also be in Superman.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
cool.
played by Sean Gunn.
Oh shit. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be the first time we see Sean Gunn on screen. That's not Gilmore Girls.
All right.
He ain't in no
Okay.
green screen or makeup.
Okay. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Yo, I mean, Maxwell Lord is just the lesser version of Lex Luthor, so it makes sense.
Yeah. So, Pedro Pascal. All right. So, are we talking? Are we talking about ghost rape now? Or are we talking about like?
Yeah, let's talk about that. So, like, wild to me, this is made by quote unquote feminists, and they didn't even think to like think this through. So, the monkey paws. One of Diana's wish is that she could have Steve again, inadvertently.
Right.
She like that. It was an accident. Steve takes over this man's body because it's not Steve's body; it's another man's body. She has sex with this dude, and I'm just like, yeah, that's rape. Like
Right.
that's straight up rape.
Yeah. Like
Eating his food, wearing his clothes, hanging out in this nigga's apartment. I'm just like, this is a violation on every level. And they the movie frames it as romantic and cute, and you're just like, man, this is wild on every level for the wrong reasons.
Well, like you are literally fucking someone else.
Yeah.
Right. That's not like that's Steve's soul or whatever like that. But us as the audience, we see him as Chris Pine. The rest of the world sees him as this fucking dude. Right? Like you're fucking this dude.
Yeah. It's this is misguided on every level.
Yeah.
Like just so like and it brings up so many questions because at the end of the movie opens and ends with two IMAX sequences, and the IMAX sequence at the end is very short. But the dude comes up and talks to Diana, and I'm just like, bro, she's acting like it was nothing, and I'm like, nah, man, nah, fuck you, like you owe that guy an apology,
Right?
like you ate all of his food, like he even says he's like, man, I've been eating these Pop-Tarts all morning. I'm like, yo, you're eating this nigga's food.
It's like you're fucking up his physique and everything.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Chris Pine for a second. I don't know if it's just this movie or I just haven't noticed before. He's not an attractive man, right?
He's attractive, but I mean,
he looks like a handsome Frankenstein.
I guess,
right? Like his face is long.
I guess, but it was a reason to shoehorn him into this movie that didn't need him.
Yeah, not like a lot of this shit didn't. The Invisible Jet.
Yeah, that's a whole ass set piece that I was just like, y'all didn't need this shit.
Right. For one thing, like this whole entire magic, conjuring, invisibility,
Out
where
of
that
nowhere, and she could fly now. And I'm like, fuck this, man.
right. So, and also, uh, when they're flying through the fireworks, I don't think that's safe. Right? Like
Yeah.
flying your invisible jet. Where'd she steal it from again?
Smithsonian.
So they just got fucking jets there.
It was a
Fueled?
decommissioned. Yeah, that's what doesn't make sense. It was a decommissioned jet on display at the museum.
But it works.
Right. Yo, listen. Right? Like, yo, what do you want me to say?
I know, like I don't want you to say nothing. I'm just saying, like, because I was thinking to myself, like, why is why is a decommissioned jet fueled and operational just hanging out at the Smithsonian?
I mean, it's more believable in Night at the Museum because at least that shit in that world, shit in that museum comes
come
alive
alive, right.
at night. So, like,
This is
when
just
when they fly the biplane in the second movie, I was just like, okay, man, like it's part of the world.
I can suspend that
Right,
disbelief because
right.
like fucking shit's coming alive.
Right,
Right?
right. This shit here is just like, bro,
It's just-
nothing in this it tracks.
Right. It's just there.
And it gets so convoluted that they go to Egypt. That's the reason why they steal this jet and she makes it invisible. She makes it invisible so they're not shot out the sky. You would think they could still see them just floating in the air, but whatever. They go to Egypt and lots of bad politic here because they build a whole wall in Egypt and it's just like, whoo.
And it's
The magic wall.
it's an Israeli fighting Egyptians
Yeah.
in
like,
Egypt. That-
And you know what the worst part about this is? This is the best fucking set piece in the movie. And it comes nowhere close to anything in the first movie.
yeah, like and when she rescues the kids, why you always got to rescue some why are there always kids just playing out on the road?
The way they landed on the ground, I'm like, those
Like,
kids
those
would
kids
be
are dead.
dead.
Those
But
kids are dead.
also, they were dummies. Clearly dummies.
Yeah, like she hit it hard. I think she landed kids first. Those kids, like she murdered those kids, like because the trucks they went around her,
Yeah.
right? So they would have swerved
Yeah.
to avoid hitting those kids.
She literally rides a rocket to save these kids. So make of that of what you what you will.
Steve is having a hard time adjusting to TV and like all the technology of 84, but he is able to launch a rocket
Out of a tank.
out of a tank.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta give it up though. The scene in the White House, that action scene was pretty dope too. Because I was just like, out of both movies, I think that was the best use of the magical lasso. To be quite honest with you.
Sure. I mean, it like statistically, it can't be all bad, right?
Right,
Like they
right.
have to get some things right in this
Right.
movie.
So I'll give it up. It had two great action sequences. One super problematic, the other pretty fucking cool. Why does Kristen Wiig like? I know Cheetah is Wonder Woman's arch nemesis. Why in the fuck does she become Cheetah though? Like I don't get it. Like she says, I want to be sexy, beautiful, and more powerful than
and strong.
Diana, and she
Right.
turns into a fucking cheetah. I don't get it, and it's never really explained.
I don't know.
Yeah, okay. So like because people are trying to like explain it. I'm like, yo, even you explaining this makes no fucking sense, bro. Like now you're caping for this dumbass movie.
Right? Like so all right, so she wants to be stronger than Diana. So what's stronger than an Amazonian? A cheetah?
You would think it'd be a gorilla or something.
I would think
Or
it would-
Superman.
Superman.
Right?
Right.
Like she becomes some evil version of Supergirl or Superwoman.
She becomes something other than an anthropomorphic cheetah.
With the fight scene that you can't fucking see.
Because it's so dark. It's
With
like,
that dumbass fucking That's the costume. By the way, for those of you who don't know, they took the costume from Kingdom Come. That is a pretty important costume in that story, and give it no fucking weight in this. All you know is that one of the Amazons named Athena, that was her suit of armor.
Cool.
Right.
I mean, it's on the poster, right? They use it for the poster. That's cool.
And for a post-credit scene or a mid-credit scene with the original Wonder Woman, Linda Carter. Setting up a third movie that never happened.
Yeah. And here's the thing. Executives saw this movie, right? This is the movie with notes. So imagine how bad the movie without notes was. And like I said, I now feel sorry for this movie, right? It feels I don't know what it feels like. It just makes me feel bad for it.
And the worst part about it, the first movie was like 2 hours and 20 minutes with credits. This one is exactly 2.5 hours. Like it's 2 hours and 30 minutes. And I'm just like, it is 10 minutes longer and has so much more bullshit than the first movie.
This could have been cut down to a svelte hour 45.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. And it had a big how did this one cost more than the first one? And the first one took place during World War One.
I don't know, man. Jeggings. Like
Jesus
you had to
Christ.
you had to find all those vintage IROC Z28s. Yeah,
Man.
it's not very good.
Oh
At
no,
all.
no. I'll be real with you. I'm glad we're done with the Snyderverse.
Oh,
As hard as the fans try.
yeah, like I still see people trying to clown the new Superman. It was like comparing the Snyder Man of Steel versus James Gunn's. It's like why are you trying so fucking hard?
I feel you know what? I'm not even mad at Zack Snyder, right? I'm mad at the fucking fans because now I'm just like, man, I wish Nolan never chose Snyder to direct Man of Steel because then we wouldn't be in this fucking situation. If Zack Snyder went off and did some other shit, he would not have the fan base that he does.
Right.
And then I don't even think they're fans of his other movies pre Man of Steel. It really is like everything post Man of Steel because they're even caping for Rebel Moon, Army of the Dead. And I'm like, bro, these are not good movies.
So here's my theory, or like at least something I'd like to study. The correlation between people who cape for Zack Snyder and incels, because they seem like there's a cross section,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It seems like if you're a Zack Snyder do or die fan, you probably hate women. That's just a theory I'm throwing out there.
Probably.
Yeah, because like it's like all these Snyder Bros, they have big inadequate vibes, right?
And it's like, bro, like at the end of the day, these are fucking cartoon characters that you're getting fucking bent out of shape over, bro. Like, be happy you have a whole trilogy.
30 years ago, right? These people would not have in their wildest dreams imagined that these comic book characters that they loved would be on the screen.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right?
man. Like the fact they're doing Dark Side.
Yeah. Yeah, like the fact that like you got what you want, but now you don't want it because it's not exactly what you thought it was in your fucking head.
Yeah, man. Like this restore the Snyderverse thing. Also, you can't restore the Snyderverse because most of these people have moved on.
Right.
And there's no way you're roping Ben Affleck back into this. I'm sorry. Like Ben's done. And Henry Cavill's not falling for this a fourth time.
Like, oh, fucking Henry Cavill, man. Like every time I see him, I'm just like, I want to give you a hug, dude, because they did you dirty. The Rock owes him a personal apology.
Hell yeah. Did you know this though? I read the other day that his Highlander movie with Chad Stahelski is moving from Lionsgate to Amazon. I'm like, damn, Lionsgate, man, they like
They are
Charlie Brown in the football, baby. I don't know what. How do you lose that? Like, it's still coming to theaters, but I'm just like,
Right.
one, how do you lose it? Or B, how do you give it up? Like, Lionsgate is hard up for shit right now.
They're
Because,
they're
like, you cannot just coast off of John Wick, baby.
they're trying, like, they must be trying to pay for this Jersey studio, right? They must. It seems like they're selling off a lot of shit and making some bad deals to get some capital to get this fucking studio up and running.
Yo, man, I'm saying, man, like, that would be one if I was running Lionsgate. I'm like, no, we're not giving this shit up. No.
Right. Like, it's Highlander, right? So 4 movies, 2 of them actually good, an entire fucking what, 8-season TV show?
Not to mention the animated show.
I forgot there was an animated show.
Yeah.
So, like, this IP has legs. People love this shit.
And this is a fresh start. It ain't
Right.
like it's a sequel or nothing. It is a complete redo.
Right. So, like, you're if with Chad Stahelski directing, you're making money.
Yeah.
You're making a lot of money.
Whatever. Whatever. But yeah, back to this. Look, this came out when the world was on fire, and we still thought like this was going to be it going forward. Like, oh shit, like these movies aren't going to be as interconnected as we thought they were. It's going to be the Snyderverse forever with these characters. And you could tell with the last one that came out, which was Aquaman 2, which even Aquaman, one of the few successful movies in Zack Snyder's Snyderverse,
Right.
couldn't even make a sequel that could hit $1 billion.
Well, I mean, it was all of the bad press, right? There was bad news coming out of there. It came out Christmas Day.
Yeah, I mean the first one did too. Like it, but I think it's also because it was following Black Adam. It was following
Right.
Shazam 2, following Blue Beetle. You know,
I forgot all about Blue Beetle.
yeah, yeah,
No one talks about that shit.
yeah, yeah, man. Yeah. It's wild to me we got a Blue Beetle movie before we got a Static Shock movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how that happens.
Because they're like, we gave you Black Panther. It's like, but that's Marvel. It's like, we gave you Black Panther.
Yeah, what you know what, man? Oh, Jesus. Hey, man, at least Mr. Terrific's gonna be in the new Superman.
Yeah, there we go. In James Gunn, I trust. Right?
Yeah, because like now I see like I completely understand why James Gunn was like, yeah, I was pissed. I was really pissed that he canceled Patty Jenkins' Wonder Woman 3, but going back and rewatching this, I was just like, you know what, man? Fucking
like,
fine.
I don't even know. I don't even know how you would think that a third one was going to get greenlit after watching the second one.
I mean, WB was full steam ahead. Like that's they literally wanted it full like immediately. That's why she left Rogue Squadron, is because they pulled her card because she was under contract,
Right,
and
right.
they're just like, James Gunn's like, yeah,
It's like, nah,
no, thank you.
Yeah, no, good for him.
You want to do another prequel? Fine. You want to explore American capitalism and all the negatives of that? Fine, but not like this, bro, and not like this. The tones are janky too. Like it is like slapstick.
Yeah, it's Superman 3. And here's the thing: why did it take place in 1984?
Because that was the height of American capitalism. I'm like, well, I don't think so.
I mean,
Not compared to today, baby.
I mean, yes,
I get it. Reaganomics came around that time, but
yes, but like, besides, you could have done it anywhere, any other time period, right? And it would have worked, right?
Yeah.
Like, so they wanted cute outfits. They wanted to make it kitschy. I get it because she's what, 300 years old.
Yeah.
So I get it.
But it also makes it worse because the first movie is framed in the modern day. Like it starts in modern day and it ends in modern day. Shit, even Justice League takes place in modern day.
Right.
She's in The Flash, takes place in modern day. She's in Shazam, takes place in modern day. So I just don't know why we didn't have Wonder Woman 2 take place in modern day.
I mean, it's too late. It's too late now. But what the Snyderverse should have done, if you were gonna have Wonder Woman in it, you make Wonder Woman the Nick Fury.
Yeah. They were trying to make her the Batman and Superman to lead this whole shit, but like,
right?
look, I get it. She was Wonder Woman 1 made a fuck ton of money, but Wonder Woman 2 nobody liked. So the idea of positioning her as the center of this universe is just weird.
Right. I mean, because she was probably cheap enough, right? Gal Gadot, they probably got her cheaper enough, and she wasn't working like Affleck or any of the other people, right?
Yeah.
She's more recognizable than Ray Fisher. You can't make Ray Fisher the fucking lead.
Yeah,
head
they
of this thing.
blackballed him, bro.
I mean, he got to know how to talk to white people. That was his problem.
Listen, ever since he came out, there's a reason why Josh Whedon hasn't been working.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wonder Woman 1984. Look, a trip down memory lane I don't like. I will never talk about again. I'm glad we could finally put this Snyderverse to bed because there's nothing else to talk about. Like we've done reviews for every movie since this,
right?
And we've done basically the whole Snyder trilogy. Like we started this podcast off on Justice League. We did the Ultimate Cut, and we did Man of Steel.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to talk about. Like I'm trying to think of the other movies in this Snyderverse.
I mean, technically, Aquaman technically counts.
Yeah, but we reviewed Aquaman 2, and we talk about Aquaman 1 in our Aquaman 2 review. I'm trying to think what else. We reviewed Shazam. We reviewed Blue Beetle.
Right. Yeah.
We reviewed Suicide Squad.
Did we?
Yeah. We went to see that in IMAX out in the Chamonix and did the review.
No. We never reviewed the Suicide Squad.
Yes, we did.
Did we?
Yes, we did. We went to see it in the Chamonix and we did a whole episode on that shit.
No. We saw James Gunn's Suicide Squad. Right. We didn't see David Ayers.
Yeah, we talked about that in fucking the James Gunn review. Like, there's no need to go back and revisit that shit. I'm trying to think what else is in the Snyderverse. The Flash we did a review on.
I think that's
those are like the major films, man.
Yeah.
Outside of Peacemaker season 2 is dropping this summer, but and that's the only vestige from the old shit that's carrying over, and I want to know how. That's the problem with this shit is like James Gunn's picking and choosing. I'm like, yo, you got to make this a clean break, my dude.
I mean,
because Superman is a clean break. You know what I'm saying?
I did enjoy Peacemaker.
I didn't like, but I don't like the fact that Creature Commandos is holding over from Suicide Squad, and this is supposed to be. And you see what I'm saying? Like Superman is a complete clean break, but then there's certain shit that's still connecting us back to this bullshit, and I'm just like, you can't play it both ways, bro.
I mean, we'll see. Maybe they'll do a multiverse flim flam.
A crisis.
Yeah. Like
a crisis on Infinite Earths.
Something like that. You know what? I mean, as we got Robert Downey Jr. playing Dr. Doom, so
fucking
anything is possible.
Jesus Christ. Mads Mikkelsen's literally right there, y'all.
He is Dr. Doom.
Right. Got the accent for it and everything.
Right? Like the Menace.
Yeah.
Right? I'm sure he's the nicest guy on earth, but I would be afraid to have cupcakes with him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. Bro, and then to do that fan casting to have John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic, only to be like, oh, no, Pedro Pascal. And I'm like, yo, I love Pedro. Great actor, but I'm also kind of tired of Pedro. Because he's in this, too. And it's just like, okay.
Well, yeah, if he weren't so good, I'd be more upset, right? But like, even in shit like Wonder Woman, 1984, he's trying his best.
I mean, that's the thing is like everybody's committed to this. Even Natasha Rothwell plays a throwaway character, and I'm just like, why'd you accept this part?
Because she needed the money.
You're playing the part of an absolute bitch.
Like she needed the money, right? That's that comic book money. It's all right, it came back around. Now she's fucking killing it on White Lotus.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Fucking
Right,
White Lotus. Man, look, I'll say this: Warner Brothers, man, you gave us Mickey 17, you gave us Sinners this year, so I'm hoping you keep putting out hitters because you still got F1, you still got one battle after another. So please don't disappoint with those.
Yeah,
because man, Wonder Woman 84, bro.
Maybe superheroes is not your thing. Yeah, make quality original stuff. See how that goes for you.
Yeah. Like, it seems like y'all could do Batman right, but I guess not even that because it's taken Matt Reeves so long for Batman Part 2. But I heard he's going through some personal shit.
Yeah, so I mean,
and I'm not gonna get into it, but like the rumor started by somebody we both know. I'm like, if that's true, you should not have leaked that shit. Like, keep that shit to yourself because that's bad taste.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'll tell you offline, but I was just like, of course she would say some shit like that just to get clicks.
Oh, I think I know who it is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know exactly who I'm talking about.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I don't want to say her name.
Miss fucking Crazy. It's wild to see her on Twitter arguing with directors about what's in and is not in their fucking movies.
It was like, I made the shit.
Yeah.
Like, I should know. Right. I'm surprised I didn't see her yesterday.
Was she at Sinners? Did you see her at Sinners?
No, I didn't see her at Sinners either.
Because she was there. I was like, damn, even you got relegated to the last screening for that shit.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
Because you saw. Oh, yeah, that's right. You didn't go to the last one. You went to the one before the last one.
No, I didn't go. Yeah, I didn't go to Kips Bay.
She went to the last one. She was invited to the last one.
Yeah, the Kips Bay one? Yeah, no.
Yeah. That's how the mighty have fallen.
Yeah, well, play dumb games, win stupid prizes.
Yeah. So that is episode 159.
We're the Film Blerds. I'm Brandon Norwood, and I'm the motherfucking protagonist.
I'm the protagonist.
I'm Jeff Stewart, a.k.a. He Who Remains.
Don't come at us. It's just fucking movies.
You've been listening to the Film Blerds podcast.
Man, I just love what you guys do, man.
I never miss an episode. It's the best.
It's my favorite podcast.
Follow Jeff on IG on MindFireXL and Brandon on Twitter at BJN Tweets.